Yo, 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 new day, new day. The last day or so, I've just kinda been sitting, staring at my computer screen, scrolling up and down my Steam library, not really choosing or committing to anything. And yeah, so I'm now coping by playing Hollow Knight again. I said that I would make an update part 2 for my Japan trip review of Japan. Again, Japan absolutely fucking goated trip. You should definitely go there if you can. I will definitely go again, but that's not the point of this. This is, you know, a new day, new day, new day. So yeah, I don't know. I don't remember where I left off. So we are just gonna be skipping that entire portion of the of a whole month's worth of content. We are gonna be skipping over and going directly to a new Pokemon ROM hack that I've been. I say ROM hack as if it's not just a normal as ROM game that I found called Pokemon This Is My Gym. I'm pretty sure it's called. Retarded ass name, but it's pretty fun. It's very simple. It's a very simple game, and I desperately hope that there is more to it, because it's, you know, it's more so the premise that's fun, more so than the actual gameplay. You know, the gameplay is kind of boring. I gotta be honest. It's just the same shit over and over again. As the name might imply, you are a gym leader that is just, you know, you're upgrading a town. Like, you know, take the upgrade. I don't. What are those games called? It's not an idle game. It's, you know, you have a rundown fucking town, and then you just, you know, you build the commoners, the plebs down just down the street. You know, the residents of this village. It's kind of Stardew Valley-ish, but like with the twist that you are a Pokemon gym leader. Except it's a way smaller scale. It's also, you know, you can feel that this is just a passion project made by a single guy, which is fine. But it is kind of boring, and the mechanics are kind of goofy. So you have to first of all pick a type, you know, a gym type that you wanted to specialize in. I firstly chose Dark type. Oh god, something in my mouth is fucking me up. Wait a second. Just need a sip of Monster. That's the solution to most problems in life. Anyway, I chose Dark type at first. Then that ROM crashed because I just had it standing overnight while we were drinking. And yeah, now I specialize in fighting types, which are infinitely worse than Dark type. I figured out pretty quickly. Not that I actually ran with a lot of Dark types, but you know, not that I run with a lot of fighting types here either, because, you know, the options to pick and choose from are pretty scarce here at the start of the game. Especially because, you know, no matter what typing you specialize in, the map is gonna be the exact same. And there's not really a lot to choose from. Like, yeah, there are still areas that you can go to, like routes and stuff, that are, some of them are closed, I think. I actually haven't checked recently, but at least in the beginning, the routes are closed, then they open up at some point. But at least in the start, the only caves you can go into are like dragon caves. So for dragon types, you can get some steel types and what's it called, like psychic types that are, I don't know. There's a fighting type guy standing outside that cave, so I thought it was a fighting type cave, even though it wasn't. It was I think it's called the Cave of Confusion or some shit like that. Who knows? Anyway, it's it wasn't a fighting type cave, so I'm kind of fucked now. Luckily, you can still have you're supposed to have three Pokemon, right, for your gym. At least right now, 3 Pokemon, no more, no less. So I have my my quote-unquote starter Horiyama, fuck, the fat fighting type guy from Gen 3. I have a Sandshrew and I have a Golett, and you might say, hey, only one of those is actually a fighting type, and you, sir, will be correct in that statement, but I will let you keep in mind that they can learn my signature move, Brick Break. So no harm done here. That just, you know, it kind of buffs me up. It's like it's like a bunch of ice type gyms around the original Pokemon games are basically water gyms with, you know, a bit of an ice theme, I guess. It's more so the theme of the gym. Whereas my gym, I don't know, I don't really know what I expected from this ROM hack, but it's, you know, it's just kinda, it's small, it's very small in scale. And that's, again, that's fine. Oh, thunder! That is fine, because it's still just a relatively small game, and you know, it's more so the fact that you go around the town, you know, it's the premise of being a gym leader, and like the daily life of a gym leader, that is like the fascinating part of, you know, just this ROM hack, right? So the thing being here, that, you know, you're supposed to build up this city again, because it's a pretty rundown city, right? So you can get some, you can buy some, oh thunder, you can buy some blueprints for like new buildings, because the city is pretty bare bones. There's not really any ruins or anything like that, like, you know, like a proper city managing game where you just get handed a rundown city. No, there are just no buildings really. There are like 4 or 5, I don't know. It's a decently sized town, but it could be way bigger. And there are just, you know, plots of land with old guys standing there saying, yo, we need to build something here, but we have no blueprint, so please buy some blueprints for us. And then you, I don't know, you buy some blueprints, you build a building, and I guess you earn more money from that. Like, you have an actual home that you can go sleep in, and that's also relatively fine, but there's not really a good upgrading system, like, you know, other than the fact that you can buy these buildings. I haven't really found any way to actually upgrade the buildings, or upgrade your gym, or upgrade your home, or, you know, build different, like, building a Pokemon daycare, building, I don't know, I have no more ideas, but, you know, stuff like that. Just like, I was about to say small inclusions. I was about to say small inclusions, but those are obviously big fucking projects to, you know, code into this ROM hack. Again, because I'm positive that this is just a game made by a single guy. So no hate there, but I'm, you know, the game has potential, is, you know, is my conclusion here. And I desperately hope that it is a new game. I haven't really researched it. I just stumbled upon it on TikTok and thought, hey, this looks fun. Again, because I've just been sitting around, scrolling up and down my Steam library, and the closest I've gotten to playing a game is, of course, Hollow Knight, and then I have recently installed Far Cry 4, so, yeah, I don't know, it's also weird because I'm not really in the middle of a game. Like, yeah, I am in the middle of playing Baldur's Gate, but I can't really do that without my bro. I have a couple quests in Monster Hunter Wilds that I haven't done, but I feel like I should also play those with the same bro. What else do I have? I guess I could play some Barrow Trauma, but I don't really have a save going on there. So, you know, again, because I've just been away for 6 weeks, I haven't been able to do anything. And by do anything, I mean clearing my backlog, which is, of course, the #1 objective in life. So, so yeah, I've picked up I don't know. I'm just kind of looking for like short games that I can complete to get that, you know, dopamine rush feeling, to really, you know, kickstart me and get me going and to, you know, complete some games. I don't know why that works, but I know myself well enough to know that that is the way shit is gonna work, and no way I'm gonna use my spare time to actually, you know, apply for a job. Oh god, no. So here I am trying to clear my backlog, not being able to. I've also another game in the same vein that I have downloaded and have, you know, have had thoughts of playing is Dave the Diver, which is I don't really know much about the game, but it's also a, you know, it's a smaller scale game where you just I think you manage some sort of like bar or restaurant, and then you, in your free time or spare time, you go diving, and then you find bigger and bigger fish to catch. I think that's the shtick of the game, but I truly don't know, so, you know, don't take my words for fact if you ever intended on doing so. God, I hate this guy. Ooh wee. So yeah, I don't know. I just checked my Steam down in the corner. Steam said that bro is playing Dead by Daylight. I might join him for that later, after I finish this run. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. Anyway, so this Pokemon ROM hack is basically the thing I've been doing all day. And, you know, in the meantime, it's basically you have a couple trainers to battle a day, and then you go to sleep, and then you do it over again. And I was kind of hoping something new happened. There's like there's sort of a side quest going on in the form of a newly formed gang that has taken over the city in the absence of the last gym leader, who just kind of neglected the town. That's like the shtick here, right? But they showed up once during like the tutorial period, and then never again. Mind you, I've played like 1.5 hours at this point. A little bit of time has been wasted because between every day I have, you know, every new day, every gym day, I have been, you know, going around the apartment just cleaning up after a little funny party we held. So yeah, that's been happening, I guess, and I don't really have much more to report. I guess I can report on the party. The aftermath of the party is a filthy apartment that is not so much more filthy, but, you know, it wasn't even a big ass party. It was just a little funny get together. I guess it was a birthday party, because all my homies are having their birthdays around this time. I don't know why. May is just the birthday month, I guess. I don't fucking know. I also gotta go to my grandpa's birthday tomorrow. I don't really know when or where or how I'm gonna get there, but we'll figure something out. I gotta go to my mom's birthday on Thursday, and I don't really know if I'm not guessing my sister is gonna hold anything for her birthday, is gonna do anything big, anything spectacular, but that's also happening. And then I have my bros that we did something for last night, and by did something for I mean drank. We went down to our local you know, the local I know a spot place down by the river. It was, you know, the casual hangout spot. We brought a little, you know, fucking one-time use grill and, you know, cooked up some jizz. The grill was pretty shitty, so, you know, we didn't even get to cook all our meat in there, but, you know, I'm positive that is because we started it incorrectly, the fucking grill. But, you know, that's I'm not bothered to explain that. Anyway, yeah, funny drinking. I brought home some strong zero from Japan a couple days ago, you know, so we tried those, also because they are a good, like, party starter, because they are fucking 9%, and they taste like 1% alcohol. It is crazy. And I also found out, one of the flavored strong zero, I brought home, like, you know, one for each bro, right? But then our 5th bro came, because, I don't know, he was invited, apparently. No qualms here, but shit. I don't know. Then we had one strong zero less than we had people. So I don't know. Not a clean distribution, but you know, they were distributed throughout the night. They were pretty awesome. I'm mad that I forgot to bring home a fucking ice cube flavored, sparkling water flavored, strong zero. It is, I don't know if it's a strong zero, but it's also like a 7 or 9% alcohols, same size bottles as the actual, fucking strong zeros. They didn't taste good, but they tasted surprisingly not bad. I think they would work incredibly well as mixers. Again, because they don't taste like any alcohol, they just taste like, you know, the goofy sparkling water. But I didn't bring any of them home with me because, again, we didn't have a lot of space to work with in terms of, you know, bringing shit home with us from Japan. But, you know, that's just yet another excuse to go back. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Anyway. Yeah, last night, pretty fucking cool, pretty epic. I also tried some new cigars that I've been, I don't know, I was about to say savoring, but I bought them literally yesterday, and they just arrived incredibly early, I guess. They arrived incredibly fast. So, you know, I tried a, what's it called, like an aging room, box pressed cigar. It was pretty fucking cool. It tasted actually really good. Just like very mild, very like I don't know. I don't even know. I don't smoke cigars enough to actually, you know, have the douchebag energy of, you know, tasting every single note of the cigar. I'd say douchebag energy as if it's not, you know, I don't know. I'm stereotyping here. I'm generalizing. Anyway, I also tried a what's it called? A Quattro Maestro. Fucking, I don't remember more than that from the title. It was okay. It was pretty cool. It was a good chillin' cigar. So yeah, I've been doing that, I guess. I'm surprised that I haven't died yet. I don't know, I feel like I should be way rustier than this, but no, I'm doing fine. I'm doing better than I usually do. Scary as fuck. I see that my sister has texted me a link. We were discussing, like, you know, do we have a gift for my mom? And we concluded that no, probably not. I don't really know what my situation is here, because I have been invited to a concert, you know, in a couple months' time, that is gonna be gifted to my mother, but you know, by my dad and you know my extended family, and I'm going with them to that concert, but I don't know if I am just a part of the gift or if I'm actually, you know, giving the gift with them, because I have paid literally fucking nothing. But again, my parents know that I am broke, so you know, it would be in character for them to just say, yeah, you know, for my dad to be like, yeah, you can just join in on this gift and, you know, still be a part of it, and you know, practically, you know, get, you know, having your cake and eat it too, you know, type shit. So, you know, if that is the case, shout out to my dad, but I don't want to just assume that that's the thing, right? So, let's see, what is my sister texted me? Because my sister is also in dire need of help to I don't know, giving gifts to your parents are just, it's just weird in general, because I don't fucking know why. I was about to give an in-depth explanation as to why, and I have no clue. Anyway, what did she say? Fucking double wave hoops? What does that mean? Like earrings? I guess. It's a very small picture, and it is hidden behind my microphone. I am about to die because I focused so much on that singular picture. It is something that she actually wants, apparently, so, you know, might as well. I cannot see from here how much it costs, and again, not that price is necessarily a problem, but I do have to think about price because I am so broke that I am. I also, you know, still don't really, you know, confirmed yet have a job, so, you know, I'm still conflicted about whether to just send out applications left and right, or if I should wait for this fucking hiring firm to actually, you know, look out for your boy. I don't really know. But for now, I still haven't decided whether to, because again, I really want a new SSD. If I do get a confirmed actual somewhat stable job, if I do get a somewhat stable income, the very first thing I'm gonna do is buy a new SSD. Because I desperately need one. I desperately need space on an SSD for, you know, general stuff, including games. Because games are what is filling up my SSD so hard. I still have, like, you know, single-digit gigabytes left. And it is in the lower single digits. So I don't really know what to do other than, you know, hope and pray, and, you know, maybe even if I don't really get a job, just, you know, reward myself with, you know, I applied for a job, let me buy an SSD, which sounds really bad, but I really need this SSD right now. I could, of course, you know, fucking deep clean my SSD, but I feel like a lot of the space that is being taken up is just from games. Again, because there's not really a lot of space on the SSD to begin with. I think it's 252 gigs, I think. Something like that. 256 would make sense, but I don't know. So, yeah, I don't really know what the shtick is gonna be, but, you know, in the near future at least, I am gonna get my grubby hands on a new SSD. I don't really know why I'm taking so long to order it, because I've already decided that, yeah, I'm gonna get a new one, but it just feels wrong. It just feels so financially irresponsible. I don't know. Also, the shtick I have with one of my boys, that I don't talk with him that much, but he's still my boy, right? I want to go vacationing with him, just like traveling around Europe, whether by train or by car, who knows. But that still needs a bit of funding, you know? And I don't really know if I'm gonna have that funding, you know. I don't know when I'm gonna have that funding is more so the problem. Ooh, how do I still have blood hearts? Oh well, I'm not complaining. Anyway, I don't know when I'm gonna have the funding for that, but I really want to go. If I can go like late this summer, I'm going late this summer, because again, we've been talking about this for quite a while, but again, I have had this Japan trip for, you know, planned out. Not planned out. We haven't planned out a single fucking thing. But we have had the trip planned for so long that I don't really know. You know, I don't know where I'm getting at. Holy fuck. I'm just yapping at this point. I'm surprised that I got 2 Collector and, you know, even is doing somewhat well against Collector. Yeah, I fucked up there, but, you know, I'm doing well. I'm doing gangbusters here. I still gotta catch up with a bunch of days. You know, not that it's way less of a problem than it should be that I missed, you know, 6 months. Because again, I've had my, you know, quote-unquote interns, my assistants to help me with this. But one of them has been slacking off way more than the other. So that's a whole thing that I don't really know how I'm gonna do that. If I'm just gonna patch up his, you know, it's gonna be a bit goofy, the release schedule for a while. But I think I'm just gonna cover up his days, like, you know, I am on day like 840 something. But I'm probably gonna go back to day, I don't fucking know how. Oh, I was, god damn it, I was healing. I was pressing down the heal button, but I didn't have anything to heal with, so I just stood there like an idiot. Fuck. That caught me way more off guard than it should. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get back to the grind of scrolling up and down my Steam library. See you later, smell you later, fellas.